This action is absolutely unacceptable. I believe their current actions are a result of that behavior. By saying that, do you mean Eunho's actions at the bandit hideout? Yes. I understand that the bandit hideout holds him partly responsible for what happened that day, but its stance alone doesn't represent the entire Green Forest. Jin Sa Chiak, you believe that Eunho's attempt to break the tradition is a bigger issue? Yes. Huff. The truth is that I still can't believe it. It was only 5 years ago a brat on death's bed woke up and started learning martial arts. I recommend that you stop feigning ignorance and ask the young master some time. You're right. Being half excited and half worried. I wonder if I should ask him directly, or I should exercise precaution. Then, that incident, is that the reason? Mant. Hmm. Wham. Having a house is a good thing. You can stretch out like this, eat when you're hungry, and sleep whenever you feel sleepy. There are also no people who would quarrel with you. I was so shocked when I entered this guy's body, I wanted to beat that guy to death. It was a great choice, Tathagata. This point in the formation is very vulnerable to invasion from the outside. That's why we should take advantage of this loophole. Oh dear. That literally means walking into some kind of trap. What kind of formation would be good for this place? Shall we see? What's happening? Can't you tell by looking? I'm examining the Supreme Association's defensive formation. But why do it suddenly? Didn't you hear the news? Thief God. Even the life of a liver sticking out of the stomach is less than a thief. He robbed the Samui Association this time. Ah, really? She has been meddling in all sorts of matters and acting like a part of the family ever since she arrived at the Supreme Association. I wonder if it is possible to do this alone. It's not impossible. Is she planning to settle down here? If we have a martial artist at the transcendence level, now I remember that Somi followed her around the place and even called her sister. Though I know what her true purpose is. Nonetheless, the Samui Association is one of the 4 great associations of the Central Plains. It's not normal to be ambushed if one depends on the Moyong family. You're right, but both the Muram Alliance and the Moyong family might have lost a lot of face now. You might think fire just fell on your feet. They might soon ask the merchant associations and other businesses to cooperate in the thief god's matter. There's nothing hidden from the young lady. I received a letter from the Muram Alliance this morning saying that they've sent an investigator. Right. Is this the reason you asked Li Riang to examine our defenses? I was wondering if the thief would come to our association. Would we be safe when even the Samui Association was robbed? Our merchant association is one of the few businesses where a huge amount of money flows. He might have made his move already. The reason behind the alliance sending an investigator is that they also think the chances are high. Did the Supreme Association Master consult with the Emperor? Ah, I guess so. Kikek. Huh. You should stop scaring my father. I'm surprised that you're making so much fuss. Father, The only thing we need to do is to catch that thief. Of course. I'll go and get him. Thief God or whatever he's called. Sometimes, I think it would be nice to have a sister instead. Surin Uni knows so much. The establishment owner's name is Surin. She treats me so warmly, just like a real older sister, and I love it. If only you knew you're being deceived. If you knew how calculating and cold Surin is. Then why did you bring Surin Uni here? I didn't bring her. She came here completely on her own. Oh. So does that mean Surin Uni likes brother? What nonsense. That's absurd. Well, at least she must have some interest in you to have followed you here. If she wasn't interested, why would she follow you here? She's not interested in me. She's only interested in the power I have. No, it's not only because of the power you possess that she's interested in brother. That's not. Maybe Surin Uni is even thinking about marrying brother. Ugh. Did you escort the young lady to the school gate safely? It's annoying. Aren't there normally hardly any people around at this time? It's because of the restrictions on entering the east and west gates that everyone's gathered here. Shinto. Yes. I heard they reinforced the outer perimeter and interior patrols with extra personnel. They're even checking the luggage and belongings of suspicious individuals. We're going through all this trouble just because of one thief. It's not an ordinary thief, how can we just leave it be? If they're putting in this much effort, I might as well just catch them. How can you catch someone without knowing their face or whereabouts? They say the government has sent investigators, so let's wait and see. Surin, if she teams up with father. Hey. You there. Let me see what's inside the bag. Me? Yes, you. Hurry up and open it. These are the soybeans from the field. I brought them, thinking I could sell them for a good price. You may enter. Thank you. That's a long stride for a farmer. Granary. Ha. Good size, good quality. If you're only going to sell this, it's 10 yang, if you sell more, it's a dozen yang per bag. What will you do? I have the morning sales report for the West Gate Market. You can come in. That's the famous Chanhajang's vault. What, a wine? Chogokian wine. I was asked to bring it a few days ago. Ha. I followed you because I sensed something unusual in your footsteps for a farmer. And you've been loitering around Chanhajang's vault for quite some time. Who are you? What do you plan to do tonight? I don't know what you're talking about. Ah. Are you a carp? How did you forget everything you did just a moment ago? I am second to none when it comes to my escape martial arts, but, how? You don't seem as impressive as the rumors say. Well, your skills do seem half decent though. You've got the wrong person, I'm not that thief. What are you so scared, you confessed. I never said you were a thief. Ugh. Ha! Will you tell me willingly, or do you prefer to fight? Please come in. It would have been nice if you had informed me about your visit earlier. Did you not receive my message? I'm not here as an investigator from the Murim Alliance, but rather, I'm here as an investigator from the Beggar sect. An elder was sent as an investigator. I am the best when it comes to finding people, after all. They sent an elder of the Beggar sect as an investigator. It's just as Surin said, it appears that the Murim Alliance's pride has been greatly hurt by this incident. The time and place match, and all three of them reported the same eyewitness account. I'm sure. I had a feeling there might be someone behind it, but I never thought it would be the elder of the Beggar sect. Will you also inform the young master about this fact? If not, his blade might turn towards us, Lady Surin. Just by tracking his movements, we've already crossed a line. So let's stay true to the purpose we came here for. May I ask one impolite question? What is it? What kind of relationship do you wish to build with the young master and, well? The Beggar sect has been tracking him for a long time. In the process, our strike unit has encountered him several times. Is that so? Of course, I have no face to show for letting him slip away every time, leading to the current situation, but that doesn't mean there was no progress at all. He may be exceptional in martial arts, but that thief is still quite a worthless individual. I'm already aware of that. What? We prepared a response plan based on his characteristics for the key locations he might attack that were provided by the young master. Haha. I never leaked information about him outside the Beggar sect though. How did you find out and prepare in advance? Lady Surin. Oh, a guest has arrived. Huh. What? Is that? Is that the woman who provided information about Shinto? Yes. How dare you come here? Why is that old beggar here? Lord Chianha, kick her out immediately. That woman is the filthy and vulgar head of Hao Mun. She's my guest. No, no. How could you allow her in here as a guest? Chief Elder. I already knew who she was. And didn't you just call her my guest? Since she's my guest, please treat her with respect while you're visiting here. I knew I'd have to reveal my identity someday. I thought it would be difficult to stay here after that. Even though you already knew, you accepted me without discrimination. Indeed, he is a great person. If a person like that is my father-in-law, I would even consider getting married. Anyway. If we prepare thoroughly and if his fatigue increases, there may be an opening for us to strike. I will request assistance from the top martial artists in the alliance to make good use of them. When General Samui was humiliated on the battlefield, there were numerous peak-level experts present. Shouldn't we resort to petty tricks at this point? What? Chanhajang has a formidable army of disciples, not inferior to Meng's martial artists. Both those skilled in martial arts and those proficient in strategy are at our disposal. Above all, we have at least 2 top-notch masters each. Superficial measures won't provide practical help. 2. I apologize for not informing you in advance, my lord. No, I'm asking who those 2 are. Yes, the young master and the head of the Amyungdi, Jew. Is Yunho a top-level expert? While it's uncertain, compared to the head of the Amyungdi, the young master is still a novice with limited experience. You also seem hasty in judgment, perhaps due to a lack of experience. Does he not know the true worth of the young master? Oh, of course, criticizing Yunho is not the intention. Yes, well. But this woman, no. I don't know what information Lady Surin provided, but in truth, Shinto's motive is not money, my lord. If it's not money, it's not for the sake of fame either. If it were, he wouldn't hide himself like this. You seem to have a reasonable understanding of him. Have you also grasped the fact that there exists a separate mastermind behind him? A mastermind, you say? In fact, the amount of money he looted on the battlefield wasn't that significant. But the rumors were exaggerated, making it seem like all the money on the battlefield was looted, spreading at an unusually rapid pace. Naturally, this created mistrust among those who entrusted their money on the battlefield. Suddenly, those who entrusted money on the battlefield began to appear, trying to recover all the money. The beggar sect believes that the person behind this, the mastermind, targeted this very aspect using Shinto as a means. Creating distrust about the battlefield and spreading the money kept there to the outside world. Who is the mastermind behind this? We also don't know that yet. If the money starts to find a new course and begins to accumulate somewhere, it might gradually emerge on the surface from there. Are you saying that's what's happening? It sounds like we can only stand by until he reveals himself as the mastermind. Ha! Not even realizing there's a mastermind is a poor excuse for not catching the tail. No wonder how even with the title of the best information network, compared to our beggar sect, they are just like a good-for-nothing pawn. Recently, members of the Seipi Yanju sect and the Southern faction had a secret meeting in a warehouse that Hao Mun manages. We haven't yet determined what was discussed there, but Seipi's leader, Chio Muzung. I am almost certain that he is the mastermind behind Shinto, my lord. Seipi's leader. Ko Muzung. If it's Chio Muzung, ugh. That Seipi leader you're talking about is Chio Muzung. That's right, ugh. Everything is his doing, it was all his plan. Arg. Then why did he want to rob Chanhajang and not just the battlefield? Ugh. That's. Quiriak. Huh. Are you suddenly acting like you're about to die? Cover. Because of the poison I pre-fed him in case he'd reveal our secrets. Did he think it'd be better to expose everything and die peacefully rather than die miserably? Yang Jinte. Kakarg. Poisonous goo is also a means for dominating others. These kinds of poison are cultivated in pairs like male and female and in such a way that distance doesn't matter. They are strange hermaphrodites where one parasite from the pair feels the same pain if something happens to the other one. Poisonous goo is a result of a strange poison art used to control a person. Put one insect inside a person's body and bring him to your mercy by just twisting or crushing the other one. Just imagine the pain and writhing a poisonous goo brings a person by moving and injecting poison inside your intestines. The resulting pain can't be explained with mere words. The rice tastes wet. Do you really have to talk about such things while eating? I like this taste. You either endure the pain or commit suicide. They said they were all fired up to see him exploit until the end and die a pathetic death. He wouldn't have swallowed the poisonous goo if he had known he would die. The current situation tells me you are not in the same group. Right? Well, anyway. I'm only saying this because I think this guy here can communicate better than you guys. Could you guys please cooperate and stop this for a second? I think he will die. Crazy bastard. He heard our master's name. Kill him. You must not blame me if you end up dead. I did ask you nicely. Stop talking bullshit. Huh. They boldly targeted the acupuncture points on the neck. I knew the unorthodox faction's methods differed from the orthodox faction. However, I don't care. This bastard. What? Why, is this your first time seeing this? Yua. That thing, hand it over. What the? Mons. Fooling around with others when you don't amount to shit. That's why you should have listened when I asked nicely. This is. It has died already and vomited all the poison. Hey, thief guy. You still alive? I'm sorry, I can't take it anymore, just, please, beg, please kill me. You will die anyway if I fail at this. That's why just shut up and endure it. I can do nothing about the poison that has already been released. If I can just make a glove of chi and trap the poisonous goo inside it before it releases all its poison. There it is. Found it. But this one is also about to die. Wait a second, it's almost done. Who? It was a narrow miss. What was a narrow miss. I luckily managed to block the poison goo just before it died and unleashed its poison. F for real. T then, will I not die, now? Ah. The only thing left right now is to get it out of your body. When was the last time you pooped? Pooped. That is, this thing, before the, what have you eaten so far after pooping? Just a little, but, that, so suddenly, why? Just vomit. It seems a lot will come out with it since it's located at the bottom. What do you mean? Thank you very much, young master. Please tell me how I can repay you for saving my life, do it now. You remember what I asked you. The reason behind robbing the Supreme Association. This. I also don't know the reason behind, what? I really don't know anything. Even robbing the previous association, I only did what I was told. Well, damn it. You can at least tell me about the guy who fed you the poisonous goo and made you a throwaway slave. Do you not even know the location of Cheol Musong? I know that for sure. What a relief, guide me. Pardon. They touched the Supreme Association first. I don't care about the reason because it is best that I just go ahead and mess everything up. Excuse me, are you serious about what you said? Why, are you afraid of dying? Is he mad? His opponent is one of the 24 strongest, the Death King Cheol Musong. I can surely tell he isn't someone who has a death wish. But I wonder about his confidence that he can single-handedly defeat him. I don't know. I would have died anyway from the poisonous goo's poison release if not for the young master. Follow me. Fast. It's so convenient because I don't have to run while carrying someone. It's our pleasure to meet Iron Musong, who is the absolute master of the Yongwon region's unorthodox faction. I'm the unorthodox faction's absolute master. Every man in Nanman is skilled enough to sugarcoat the words that come from their mouth. To call it a lip service. Please refrain from making such accusations. I then insist that you address me like you are present before the Green King from now on. Pardon. Nothing good will happen if he offends the Green Forest's representatives. It's not an unreasonable request since we are in the same boat. Are you afraid that you will end up offending the Green King? Though unfortunate, we can't do that because of our position, that's what I meant. I will now make my position even if I have to offend you, I assure you I won't point my blade at your neck. Stop. Rarg. You are taking jokes too far, my lord. There will be no misunderstandings between us if we talk peacefully. I knew the wild of the south were different. They don't hesitate to show their fangs no matter who their enemy is. These wild beasts of the south passed my test on the first try because they are loyal to their masters. I apologize if I took it too far. It's just that I'm on the same boat as Nanman heading toward the Central Plains. I must endure this even if I dislike dealing with someone like him. There it is. That is the unorthodox faction's Iron Blood Fortress. Iron Muzong is in the centermost part of the Iron Blood Fortress. About 100 martial artists will be guarding the streets. If they are also accompanied by Nanman's martial artists, it's possible you will also have to deal with their wild beasts. Sounds fun. Pardon. What, not coming? He is definitely out of his mind. To say it sounds fun. Things are progressing smoothly. Now if only that Yang Jinte also quickly robs the Supreme Association and the Golden Association, more people will come demanding their money from the associations. But they won't be able to wash away their worries even after receiving their money. You are right. That's because the thief hasn't been caught yet. When their worries make them lose all their trust in the four great associations, we will then launch a new association according to the plan. However, we will have to put that Yang Jinte bastard's head on the pike. It would then be the most secure association that could even block the thief god. That place will also be guarded by the loyal beasts of the Nanman. We will also make it clear that the wild beasts of the Nanman play a crucial role in guarding the association's operations. It then won't take long before everyone rushes in to deposit their money. I wonder about that. I knew from the start that the wild beasts of Nanman were better than our wild beasts. You will have a lot of work to do in the near future. The end of the four great associations era will mark the rise of the Iron Muzong's era. Tell me what's this ruckus outside. I will go and find out at once. Did the guys outside tell you anything? What the hell? This door is hard. Waff. Pooah. What kind of bandit hideout has a door this hard? Green Forest and the Iron Blood Fortress are the core of the unorthodox. They will definitely be on a whole other level than ordinary bandits. You are laughing. Thieves are nothing more than thieves in the end. Just a B. Ha, that's right. Little. Let me tell you where you dared to. Kill him. Live a virtuous life if you manage to survive. A young man broke in and is making a fuss. Yes, I ordered them to subdue him quickly, but they said his martial arts skills were unusual, such pathetic fools. Are you going to smear my reputation in front of all those bastards? My lord. Capture him before the performance starts. Otherwise, I will chop your head off. I will go. I will meet you in the banquet hall with his head in my hand. Glurg, to be able to defeat all of them on his own. He's truly a crazy bastard. Die. Ack. I already told you it's useless. Damn it. He has an chi that not even our swords can pierce. That's just because you're weak. He's too strong for us to handle, and he hasn't even drawn his sword yet. Clear the way. Ugh. What? This. No way, he can even use an energy blast technique. This reminds me of that time when I entered the lair of those ant monsters. It took me a solid 2 days to fend off the endless horde. If I am remembering correctly. In fact, as soon as the queen saw me, she bowed her head first. Even if we all have to give up our lives. Don't let him get any further inside. And what a futile endeavor. Until I meet Chio Muzong, I won't take a single step back. Huh. That surprised me. Young man, do you think you can act this arrogantly here? Who does he think he is, to call me arrogant? Be careful. Who is he? The man is Mook Heil Geometry, the right hand of Chio Muzong and the second in command of Sapine. The Blood Sword. Aren't you Yang Jinte? Eek. Did you bring him here to cause trouble? Do you think I have that much skill? We told you that if you do what you're told, we can save your life. Such gibberish. In my dire straits, you not only failed to help but also tried to kill me. He removed the poison that was inside me. Now I have nothing to do with you lot. Fool. Do you think you can escape just because he removed the poison? My, you talk too much. Why don't you two go have a drink somewhere? You're an arrogant bastard. I'll get rid of both of you. Blood Sword Technique. Unbelievable. Mook Heil Geometry's Blood Sword. He stopped it with bare hands. That too with just his fingers. You underestimated me too much. The sword is good, but the person wielding it isn't. You're not just a show-off with no real skill. A show-off? Haha. That was nothing. Nonsense. Humph. Bastard. My sword is floating. He's handling my weapon with just his chi, symbol of the flower realm. Using chi to control the sword. You seem to know what this is. Yes, that's right. For a thief like you, this sword is more than you deserve. Ugh. I gave you a chance to die decently. Now, without exception, I will cut off everyone's heads. Is everything really under control? They don't get agitated without reason, you know. It seems like that crazy person got in, just as we expected. As soon as the preparations for the banquet are complete, we'll begin. Seeing as to how quiet it is outside, he might have already taken care of it and beheaded him. I guess I need to check it out myself. Yunriang, Wulriang. What's wrong? Where is the leader of the Sapi? Who are you? You must be the one, the leader of Sapi, Kialmusong. Those damn bastards. What the hell did you do to allow him to make it all the way to this courtyard? Huh? That sword. Could it be that Mukhyal geometry was defeated at hands of that bastard? Hey, you there. The ugly one frowning. Are you Sapi's leader, Kialmusong? Huh? So, you really want to die, you crazy bastard. If you can't control your boiling blood, go up the mountain and quietly control it. How dare you cause trouble in this Iron Blood sect? Trouble, this is impressive. Compared to the mischief you're causing in the Central Plains, this can't be called trouble. What did you say? A thief who survived death from poison told me that. He claimed he was the one turning battlefields upside down. But it was you who ordered the theft, wasn't it? Yang Jinte. That guy. That bastard. He ratted us out. But I haven't told anyone yet that you were the one who ordered it. You're quite fortunate in that regard. So, what do you say we stop this nonsense now? I'll at least help you save face. This is absurd. You dare to challenge Death King Kialmusong, are you threatening me? If I was threatening you, you'd be halfway dead already. For me, beating comes first and conversation comes second. Your arrogance knows no bounds. Though I don't know how you managed to get Mukhyal geometry's sword, in the end, all you'll be is the body of a beheaded man buried in an unmarked grave. If I must kill you, it would be better to use you to fill the hungry bellies of my subordinates. Oh, that's not a bad idea. It feels like I'm dealing with the leftovers, but if it'll help broaden our influence. Yunriang, Wulriang. Tear him apart. Ha! Adorable creatures. What? No matter who the opponent is, those little guys who used to ruthlessly tear throats apart are now curling their tails in fear. What's happening? They used to even bare their fangs at me with a fierce look. They seem to recognize me better now. That I'm not someone who they can bare their fangs carelessly at. You're getting on my nerves. Are you really going to throw away the chance to save face? That's enough. If I tear you apart, then I'll not lose face. Ugh. Is this the aura of someone who's a part of 24 kings? You're as flashy as you look. I clearly gave you a chance, but if maintaining your dignity requires this, well. What? He's nearly on par with the leader. No. He has far surpassed the leader of Sapi. Ugh. Damn it. Am I being pushed back by that bastard's power? When are you going to cut me in half? Your name is amongst the 24 great martial artists, surely you're not intimidated by my power, are you? You. If you wish to preserve even a shred of your dignity, it would be better if you killed yourself, but looking at the situation, even that seems difficult. Oh my. Until now, there has never been an opponent that my true sword could not cut down. Do you think you're any different? Ridiculous. Young master. Are you okay? Oh, you were here. What happened to Chio Muzung? Can't you tell? He ran away. What? He seemed like he really wanted to finish me off, fighting with me like a madman, but then he suddenly disappeared beyond the collapsing building. We mustn't let that cunning bastard live. We should chase him down and kill him right now. Chase him? It's too much trouble. Huh? Won't he think long and hard about how I humiliated him and then show up on his own when it's time for him to die? I'll deal with him at that moment. Cough, cough. Ugh. Are all men the southern warriors? I guess. What will you do with them? The wild beasts of the south are tamed through ruthless abuse, and they're mercilessly discarded once they are no longer of use, right? That's why southern monster spirits harbor deep resentment towards them. That's also the reason why they settled down beyond Samdokian, to plot the demise of those beasts. There are others who will take care of them. Huh? Who? There are people like that. They're asking who you are. Ah. I am Yang Jinte, people usually know me as Shinto. Bringing the thief here. Are you out of your mind? What? I must inform the chief elder of this and quickly hand the thief over to the Murim Alliance. Yes. Also, we should align the story with the young master on how he was captured. Father, by the chief elder, are you referring to the chief elder of the beggar sect? Yes, he came here as a chief investigator under the Martial Alliance. It looks like he didn't do anything, he came and just ate meat and drank, so why are you giving credit to the Murim Alliance by handing over that guy? Since I captured him, it's my contribution, and I deserve the credit for it. It's not the time to discuss who deserves the credit. Did the thief say who was behind it? It's the iron-blooded Kolmuzung, leader of the Vicious Blade sect. You still brought him here despite knowing that. Ha, I captured him, so I had to bring him. I can't just release him, can I? If the leader of the Vicious Blade sect finds out that the prisoner is here, he won't just stand by. He'll likely do whatever it takes to kill or capture the prisoner before being caught himself. Then, not only will Chanhajang be in danger, maybe me being here will also arouse suspicion and even put Hauman in danger. Master, for now, make it public that the Martial Alliance has captured Shinto. I will contact Hauman to investigate the situation with the Vicious Blade sect. Although you have power, you are not well versed with the intricacies of Murim yet. Kiel Museong, a swordsman, is not an opponent to be taken lightly. What? Ha! This sword, doesn't it belong to Kiel Musung's henchman, the blood sword? It seemed useful, so I brought it along. You've already been to the Vicious Blade sect. Don't worry. Kiel Musung can't do anything. Everything he said had happened there is indeed true. Kiel Musung suffered damages that would be difficult to recover from for the time being. Mukyol's chest was pierced, and he died with a single blow. Kiel Musung abandoned the clan and fled. Yunho's martial arts, to think he could make Kiel Musung flee from a battle. He's at a level beyond my expectations, he could be as strong as the 24 great masters, maybe even stronger than them. It could be troubling if anyone in the Murim becomes aware of his strength. If I keep him by my side and take care of him, it won't be a problem. Even I am surprised that the young master is so strong. But Kiel Musung is cunning and won't accept defeat easily. Surely, he'll scheme or strengthen himself to seize another opportunity and attack. I still believe he poses a significant threat to Murim. I agree with the lady, but, as Yunho's father, I am more worried about his well-being. I will handle the situation with the Murim. Yunho, stay away from this matter. I didn't think it would be like this. If I'd known, I should have just seen it through to the end. Yunho. Now that I think about it, despite the existence of the Murim alliance, that guy caused trouble shamelessly. Will he even flinch at the martial alliance's response? Yunho. Didn't you hear what your father said? I heard you. It's not like I'm defying father's orders. If I feel overwhelmed, then I'll seek father's help at that time. Don't worry. I'm not the Yunho father knew from before. How did it turn out? We're investigating everyone with ties to the Vicious Blade sect, but there's no report of Kyo Musung being found yet. It should be difficult for him to hide. It's strange, are there no minor witness accounts? Well, there is one witness. But it's from a crazy old lady running a rundown inn, so the credibility is questionable. It wasn't a person. It was an evil spirit, a mountain boar ghost. Mountain boar. Where is that inn located? Huh. Where did you say he is right now? That's right. Considering the initial sighting and the location of Kyo Musung, when we mapped out the possible route, it pointed to that place as the most likely hiding spot. But the Vicious Blade sect and Nakwang Jinsachiak have a long-standing history of conflict. I initially excluded Inwang residents from the investigation because of that. But according to Yang Jinte, they said they just didn't like being compared to each other. They are actually close friends. What should I do? The young master asked me to inform him as soon as Kyo Musung's whereabouts are discovered. It's just a guess, but if it is true that Kyo Musung fled to the Inwang clan, you'll have to deal with 2 of the 24 masters. Will you still go? It works out well. Even without this, I plan to confront Nakwang Jinsachiak soon. My mind is in turmoil, but you seem to be enjoying yourself without knowing your father's worries. If you're so concerned, please clear your mind. Huh. I'll visit the 24th master, so rest assured. The 24th master, who? Panga province. Ever since the funeral, he's been acting strange. He confines himself to the training grounds every day. Damn it. No matter how many times I think about it, there's no way to counter it. In the end, I'm always defeated, my head severed. That bastard, but I have no choice but to admit it. Is that bastard me, by any chance? Who are you? Who am I? How have you been, Paingaju? That bastard Kyo Musung ran away, you say. What a fraudster. It's unsightly to be so pretentious. Indeed. At least he's not like a certain someone who couldn't control his anger and stuck his neck out to ask for death. Dwelling in the past is futile. Besides, on that day forget it. I'll take care of him, so just accompany me to the Inwang Palace. Is that all? Yes. If I go alone, my father will worry. For fathers, the concern for their sons seems universal. Anyway, watching them get destroyed might be entertaining. It's not a particularly difficult request to grant, but the only problem is, challenging Nakwang is tantamount to a declaration of war against the entire Nokram. And it could lead to a larger conflict in the future. Can you really handle that? Your breath stinks. How about I break your neck first before dealing with theirs? So, when are we leaving? Once it's confirmed that Kiel Musung is in the Inwang Palace. Well, then we have some time until then. As a condition for granting your request, please do me a favor in return. This is what father meant, so. Are you telling me to receive training from that bastard? Watch your words. Ugh. Young master. Whatever it takes, please toughen up my son. Father. If you leave this training ground on your own, consider your connection to inheritance severed. TSK. You, bastard. What did you say to father? Never once has he treated me, like eldest son, so sternly. Is it because you didn't get beaten up enough that day? You're still as foul-mouthed as ever. For now, at your father's request, I am your teacher. So, show some respect first. Who would be crazy enough to want you as their teacher? Did my master feel like this when he met me for the first time? Ugh. You've learned absolutely nothing. It's not polite to lie down in front of your teacher. This. Pathetic. Please try to understand your father's sincere desire in wanting to make you stronger. With the recent arrest of Shinto, the security policy has changed back to what it was before. I'm not making any progress and I keep encountering him. Amongst all the grand markets, the security around Chanhajang is the most strict. By the way, Lady Surin said to come find her anytime if something happens. She should have told me the annex she is staying in advance. Such a hassle. What? It somehow feels like I'm passing through the same place twice. This. It was indeed a trap. Begone, evil spirits. Ugh. How dare you shamelessly climb the wall of Qianhajang? What? Who are you? Are you a thief, or are you an assassin? Q. Tell me this instant. You are. I apologize, I've never experienced such intricate tactics and bizarre magic in my entire life. No, it was my negligence for not warning you in advance. Anyway, it's unlikely that you came here without a reason. Is something urgent? Reports say high-ranking members of the Vicious Blade sect are frequently visiting the Inwang Palace, and that the organizational structure of the Vicious Blade sect is being reorganized with them as the core. It seems certain that Chiol Musung is in the Inwang Palace. Since without his orders, restructuring is impossible. As expected, he is there. I'll inform the young master, prepare to leave immediately. At this hour. Wake up. Don't you get tired of always behaving rudely? Cook. You beat me till I pass out, you wake me up if I pass out, again, you beat me till I pass out. Was breaking my ankle not enough for you? You call this, teaching? You still have a long way to go. I have become so strong that even my casual punch is at a higher level of martial arts. I should just give up if it doesn't work after trying 3 or 4 times more. Is this young man really my son? That a state of trance boosts your survival and other instincts to the maximum. Training in that state will engrave power in your body in such a way that it will become your habit.